Right, ladies and gentlemen, Musharikeen al-Kiram, we are delighted to have Madam Melina Talk, Vice President Islamic Care Banking, Azianto Software, to deliver a special presentation this afternoon titled Green Sukuk, Digital Windows and Beyond, Innovating with Sharia Integrity. Please join me in welcoming to the stage of 20th Cliff 2025, Madam Melina Talk.
Good afternoon. I'm the next speaker. Just to start. So it's a real honor to be here at Cliff, an event in Malaysia where the country continues to lead and inspire the world of Islamic finance. When I was first invited to speak at Cliff, I wasn't really sure which topic to choose. And then I thought, in a country that leads the global green sukuk market, it will be just very convenient to talk about sukuk, and even much better to talk about green sukuk. Currently, the world, on a global scale, we are all in a race towards towards sustainability, towards transparency, and real impact finance. Regardless whether it's conventional or Islamic, this is the race on a global scale. But what's really impressive is that our core values in Islamic finance, which is fairness, honesty, and real connection to the economy, are thought after by all the global investors. So the question isn't anymore why Islamic finance matters, but instead, the question is how we're gonna make its impact bigger, how we're gonna keep innovating faster by remaining true to our Sharia standards. Malaysia's leadership is recognized globally when it comes to Islamic finance. It's not just about how much we achieved in sukuk, but it's also about the vision. It's about how we have done it. So back in 2017, Malaysia made history by launching the world's first green sukuk. And since then, the market has continued to grow by reaching more than 60 billion US dollars, whereas Malaysia and Indonesia together account for almost half of that market. But the exciting part is that it's just the beginning. With a global appetite for investors to look for Sharia compliant, green infrastructure, clean energy, this demand will boost the market size to more than double in the upcoming decade. But what's really driving this momentum here in Malaysia? I cannot tackle this topic without talking about the smart government policies and the clear regulatory framework that has been built in here. As a matter of fact, Malaysia has done a great job by creating a system that encourages and promotes growth, from tax incentives to sustainable financing to a well-drawn ESG framework that gives investors confidence. Besides that, the investors' appetite and their interest in engaging in those instruments. We're seeing both retail investors and also individual investors seeking those types of financial instruments because they are ethical, Sharia compliant, and green. They have an impact. And Malaysia's market offers exactly this. The third headline is the global alignment. It's so beautiful to see how our values, our maqasid al-Sharia, or objectives of Sharia, naturally connect with the UN Sustainable Development Goals. It's a bridge between faith and sustainability, and also Malaysia has shown the world that these two can work hand in hand. But now the challenge isn't just about creating new products. It's more about scaling them and scaling them responsibly. And to unlock that scale, we need much more than capital. We need digital connectivity. And this is where technology becomes the real game changer. And if the last decade was about innovation in product creation, I see the upcoming decade will be about digitization. So making those products we created more faster, smarter, and more accessible to everyone. The next phase of green sukuk growth will be digital. And when we say digital, it's not about just posting these things online. By digital, we mean rethinking the whole process, from the very early stages of sukuk creation to the last stage of investor reporting, where they engage and monitor their investments and the related performance. So what can digitization actually do? First, it can reduce the costs. As a matter of fact, by using blockchain and smart contracts, many of the manual steps of sukuk issuances can be automated. As an example, certifications or compliance checks. By automating those steps, the issuance cycle will be shorter and definitely leading to less expenses on both investors and issuers. Second, digitization can build trust and transparency. With those digital systems, investors can monitor how their funds or investments are effectively being used. So, in real time. So imagine you can see how your own funds are helping build a solar plant or financing sustainable housing in real time just from your phone. And last but not least, this digitization will help broaden participation. Through mobile apps and digital platforms, or as we like to call them, digital windows, even small investors can now take part in engaging in green sukuk. It's no longer limited to institutional investors, but even anyone with the right values and little capital can take turn in financing something impactful. To make this vision a reality, Malaysia should continue investing in building its digital foundation, from blockchain infrastructure that will facilitate issuances and trading, to shared ESG data standards that align with Sharia principles, to integrated APIs that will eventually connect banks, regulators, and sustainability data providers. Because eventually, the digital connectivity will unlock the next phase of sukuk growth by making those Islamic financial instruments not just greener, but also faster, smarter, and definitely more inclusive. Let's take the idea of digitization one step further. Imagine the whole process from Sukuk creation till the investor reporting being processed into one seamless process, one digital product factory. This digital product factory will eventually combine compliance, sustainability, and definitely technology. It will start with the design where any Sukuk issuer will be able to create a Sukuk structure linked to specific or tailored to specific ESG goals. Then